Goodness gracious, I had to start the video over. I forgot to delete the last video that was on my phone. I got 9 minutes to get all the stuff said, because I must have too many apps on my phone, which I don't. I got Facebook, which I never use. Should just delete that. Instagram, I never use. Should just delete that. I gotta have YouTube for now. I gotta have Shmuel. Thank you for coming. All right. I wanted to keep going on about this judging thing and reading out this book, but then again, I was like, well, maybe I'll tell you about the discussion I had in my head, if it was in my head, or if it was really with God today. I don't know. Mind you, I have a narcissistic dad, so, all right. So, I said, God, I really need your help. I need it for a lot of things, because there's a lot of things that continuously happen, like year after year after year after year after year, and day after day after day, and they're very overwhelming. Now, I believe that the world makes you OCD, the world makes you schizophrenic, the world makes you bipolar, because you're a really smart person. It's not you. So I want to know if the discussion is from God or not, but probably never know the answer. That's just great. And so anyway, I have a narcissistic dad, and this conversation went on in my head. I'll just say it like that. All right, God, I really need your help. And he sits there. Then he says, are you going to listen to me this time? I didn't know if it was, are you going to listen to me this time, or are you going to do what I tell you to do? And I said, I'm not going to preach a word. I'm not. Because people don't want to hear it. I'm not going to try to add anything more right now than I'm saying, but he says like this, trust me. I sit there, and then myself tells myself, I don't trust you. See, I got the story all wrong. Let me start it again. All right. See, got it all wrong. Can't remember nothing. That's my problem. Hope God forgives me. I can't remember nothing. All right, so, God, I really need your help. Are you going to do what I say this time? They could come from my dad. I said, I'm not going to preach a word. I can't. Nobody wants to listen. Like, I'm not doing it. He said, are you going to trust me? And I said, I don't trust you. And then there was more that was said that I can't recall, because I was sitting here trying to do a video and I can't think of it all. But anyway, yeah, I want to try to trust him. I don't know who he is or nothing. I try to find out who he is. I try to trust him. This world sucks. So, let's read the rest of the book. Why don't we? Pride is an eye problem. I warn everyone among you not to estimate and think of yourself more highly than he ought to. Not to have an exaggerated opinion of his own importance, but to rate his ability with sober judgment. I'm not sober, but I am. Each accordingly to the degree of faith appointed by God to him. Romans 12:3. Judgment and criticism are fruit of a deeper problem, pride. When the I is in us bigger than it should be, it will always cause the kinds of problems we are discussing. The Bible repeatedly warns us about being high-minded. I'm not trying to be high-minded when I'm trying to tell my dad off that he's being a big total prick. It ain't about me, which maybe it seems about me, but I've had enough, and he's gonna know it. So maybe I'm living by the Old Testament. But anyway, whenever we excel in an area, it is only because God has given us a gift of grace for it. If we are highly minded or have exaggerated opinion of ourselves, then it causes us to look down on others and value them as less than we are. All right, so I'm gonna tell my dad that he's less than me by sticking up for myself. No, I'm not. I'm gonna tell him what I really feel because he's always made me not be able to tell him how I really feel. And like I feel like calling him up right now. He won't answer the phone. He's a big chicken shit. Anyway, look down on others, value them less than we are. This type of attitude or thinking is extremely detestable to the Lord, and it opens many doors to the enemy in our lives. Well, the only one that I can think of is just get him out of my life. I won't be opening the door to the enemy anymore. I won't be doing nothing. So, pretty much right there. If I'm going to be accused of being high-minded and exaggerating the opinion of myself over my dad's, I would give him the less than I am attitude. And this type of attitude is extremely detestable, and it opens up many doors to the enemy. Then, you know what? He's gone. He's gone. Because, you know what? I'm not going to be accused of, being ungodly because my dad's an asshole. Because he don't listen, and he don't want to fix anything. Not one bit. So that's it. So that's the only way I could be godly, so I get away from him. But although I want to call him up and tell him off, I'm going to tell him how much of an asshole he is, which I never did that before. But I really do want to. Why do I care? Well, you care because you think that, he's your dad and everything else. But, I guess I got better things to do. But I still want to call him. I want to leave a message and say, hey, you know what? I called you a few times and stuff, and I left you text messages. You keep saying you're busy, and that's fucking bullshit. And I don't understand why you don't want to have a life or a family. Mom died, and so what? You're just going to be some lonely old grumpy old man? Well, then fine, then. Do it. But see, I guess I need closure. But wow, reading the Bible and telling my dad off at the same time. Guess it's opening the door to the enemy. I don't know. Is it? I don't think it is. I'm not opening the door to the enemy. I'm not. I want to defend myself and tell him how it really is. And he won't listen. All right, so then maybe I am opening the door to the enemy. Because I want to tell him off. I want to tell him how much of a prick he's acting like. Ugh. Or I'll just go sing on Shmuel and do everything else and let my brain think whatever it wants to and let whoever wants to talk to me. I don't know. Do you see how confusing it is? Goodness gracious. Please forgive me for this video. It's all messed up.